Good afternoon, Hawk Radio. It's time to grab your blankie. It's time to get comfortable. This is the Breakdown at Noon with BS
and Ben Tilley.
Welcome to another action-packed adventure time as we get ready to break down everything from entertainment and music news, a movie review, and of course, as always, we are going to have the sports recap. We had a very busy weekend. How are y'all feeling today?
Good. Very good.
I am feeling amazing.
I feel tired.
Feel tired? Were you cheering for all those games this weekend?
No.
Eyla's never been one to watch football, right?
Not football. I watch volleyball sometimes. Yeah, that's about it.
Have you been down to the Hawks volleyball game?
No, I have not. I want to go though.
You are missing a great time, and you got to check that out next Wednesday at 6 p.m. at the Dale Mabry campus when
that's
we have
the next game?
That's the next home game that the Lady Hawks will be having for volleyball down there on October 8th.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Do you know who it is against?
I have to look that one up. I don't have that written down just yet, but I will definitely have it by the end of the first music break.
That last game though. That was was that the one that got swept?
Yeah, when we played against Miami-Dade College. Yeah, but when you're going against what was a 14-1 team, I think their coaches said they were number 2 in the nation for the college program size that we're in, and they were number 1 in the conference. Sure. That's a hard hill to fight uphill, and you got to give it to the Lady Hawks when they went in. They especially in that second set, really started being competitive and keeping it there through the second and third. Yeah,
and you can watch the recap of the game. I'm sorry, not the recap, the actual live broadcast on the Hillsborough College TV on YouTube.
That's right.
Those are posted.
That is. And to everybody who has tuned in 2 weeks ago, we took a look at that game, and we were up to 112 views. So to the 112 people that are out there that took a look at that first game that we broadcasted and have subscribed and liked, massive thank you. We appreciate that support because we can't do this program here at the campus without people tuning in and letting us know how we're doing.
100%. Well, BS, do you want to tell us what we got going on here today? What's going to be on the agenda?
Oh, man, we have got everything from marriage, divorce news. We've got a little bit of music news. Bringing something new in today. We're going to start a Florida Man kind of section there at the end of it. We've got an outstanding movie review with Miss Eyla, and today we're going to be checking out what?
Weird Science.
Oh, we're talking about the 85 one, right?
Yes.
Oh, that was such a classic.
Very good.
I know that's way before your time there, Mr. Ben. So
all right,
we'll get you caught up early.
Yeah.
And then after that, we've had a crazy weekend in sports, both college and pro. So I imagine Mr. Tilley's got a few things lined up for us.
Oh, yeah. I got it all lined up for sports. Yep. And then, I'm only doing one segment of sports today. I'm going to be doing a little something different. I had a little personal event happen last Friday where I went back to my old high school football game. So I'll be talking about that a little bit.
Okay.
As a little personal experience, shouting some people out. I'm looking forward to it.
Most certainly. All right, so we are going to get kick-started and running here, but after this song, Tainted Love by Soft Cell. Catch you on the other side.
Well, welcome back here on HC Hawk Radio. My apologies there for starting there a little bit late. We had a slight technical difficulty there, but you know what? That's the life in the real world. You know, that happens. We have technical difficulties all the time. Eyla, you can attest to that.
Yeah, but you know what else happens?
What?
Feats of incredible strength from our very own Brandyn Scott.
Oh man, we're not.
Yeah.
Man, sometimes I don't know. I Hulk out, and as was evidenced today, trying to get into the studio when I ended up with a door handle in my hand and a door closed, and everybody staring at me. Got to admit, not one of my finer moments there.
Well, you know,
It's okay.
I was actually gonna say, you know, it was kind of felt like a surreal moment because all three of us were like in that standby studio, and we were all just like waiting to come in, and we were pumped up, and then Brandyn goes to open the door, and he tugs on it once, and he's trying to open it, and then he tugs on it twice, and he literally almost falls backwards and pulls the entire handle off. However, we were told that handle, he's laughing over here. We were told that handle was already broken.
Yeah, but it kind of killed my ego boost of ripping a door handle off the door. Kind of felt like back in my high school football days when you get so amped up, get ready to charge. And as we get ready, of course, my name is BS. We are here live on Hawk Radio. Thank you for everybody tuning in. And as we get started, I just want to go ahead and start getting ready to wish everybody who has a birthday today on September 30th. This little section, the happy birthday time, is for you. If you are celebrating a birthday today, letting you know we're going to give a special shout out. We have Miss Monica Bellucci of the new, was it the Beetlejuice movie that she starred in, and other movies as well. She is turning 61 today. This is a special shout out for Mrs. BS. She will know that Miss Fran Drescher is celebrating a birthday today and turning 68. For our music fans out there, we have T-Pain, who is turning 41. And of course, also today, posthumously, I nailed that one, used that $5 word in my college education for that. That was going Mr. Buddy Rich, famous jazz drummer and band leader. He also celebrated his birthday today. Now, as we get ready to move on, we usually like to tie a song to our next segment of what we're talking about. And of course, the music segment that we just had was Tainted Love by Soft Cell. Been a busy day in the entertainment world, getting ready for love and heartbreak and stuff like that. Starting off, did you guys know that Miss Selena Gomez got married over the weekend?
I did not.
I actually did. So if my dad's listening, he'll be laughing at this. But my mom came out of her room last night while we were watching the Bengals and the
Dolphins.
No, Bengals and Broncos game.
Oh, that was last night as well. Yeah,
because they had two games last night.
Yes.
So while we were watching that game, Mom comes out of her room and she said, Hey, Chris, did you know that Selena Gomez got married? And that's obviously not her name. Selena.
There we go.
And so it's funny. I unfortunately I can't tell some of the stories that we've had over the years live on air. I wish I could, but it's one of those things where my mom just says something and it's like totally out of whack, or it's just not, it doesn't make sense.
That's a very mom thing to do.
Yeah, and so, but it was just so funny when she was saying that. So actually, Brandyn, I did know that Selena Gomez got married this weekend.
Yep. So she was married to Benny Blanco in an intimate ceremony over the weekend, and this was coming 9 months after the proposal that they had done, as reported by E! News, as we're taking a look with it. When it comes to it, it was a very private ceremony, basically just family and friends and everything. But then she announced it via Instagram post with like wedding day and a little white heart. So congratulations going out to that happily married couple. Now for the flip side. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these individuals or not, but Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, according to TMZ, have officially separated. we definitely send out our hearts and our thoughts for this couple as they're going through their trying time. According to TMZ, what we're looking at is it seems that Miss Nicole Kidman has been taking care of their 2 children while Mr. Urban has gone ahead and moved to a different location, and they are in the process of either trying to reconcile, but it does not look like that may be going. So keep it tuned in here to the breakdown with BS for the entertainment and music news, and as there's updates to that, we will let you know. Now, something a little bit more celebratory, something that for me, if you think about it, like SpongeBob used to say, I feel it down in, or was it Pikachu in the, hold on, it was a little yellow dude.
Because they're both yellow.
And they're both yellow. And I think it was the Detective Pikachu movie where he's like, I feel it in my jellies.
Oh.
I don't know, man.
See, now I got you guys.
Definitely not SpongeBob.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I think,
SpongeBob did not say that.
I think it was. I think it was Detective Pikachu, but I feel this in my jellies for the first time in 26 years on the Billboard Top 100 in the #1 spot. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a shout out to Florida's own Limp Bizkit with their new single, Making Love to Morgan Wallen, hitting the top of the charts for the first time in 26 years.
Are you guys Limp Bizkit fans? I am.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Don't quote the dark magic to me. I was there when it was written.
Okay, well that's not fair.
That's
you have
not
an
surprising
advanced age. Oh my gosh.
All right, ageist. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in at the end of this broadcast for the last 5 minutes. We're going to have Bullying Ben with BS, and we're going to be having some fun here today.
No. No, you can't do that.
So we've talked a little bit about the heartbreak. We talked about the new loves, and we've talked about some music. Now it comes time for the new segment, a brand new addition to the Breakdown at Noon. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the daily Florida Man news.
Yes, I have been waiting for this for so long. It's funny because we've been talking about it in our pre-planning all this morning, and what you've been telling us, Brandon, is that this happened. How long ago was it?
This was on ABC News as of September 29th. So this was yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give this, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. In Florida Man News, reported by ABC News on September 29th, 2025, Florida man killed and ate his pet peacocks, authorities say.
Oh.
Now, in Hudson, Florida, 61-year-old was arrested last week on a third-degree felony charge of aggravated animal cruelty, according to the affidavit from the Pasco Sheriff's Office. The man told investigators that he had killed the 2 peacocks because his neighbor kept feeding them. He had written the neighbor a letter telling her that he would continue to kill his pet peacocks if she kept feeding them to prove a point, according to the affidavit. Now, he has been taken to jail. Deputies have confirmed that he did say he would continue to do exactly as he wrote with that one. And right now, the Pasco County Sheriff's Office is not responding to any kind of inquiries about the remaining. So there's more on the property with this situation that is going on.
And he doesn't have an attorney either.
And he doesn't have an attorney. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Florida Man news coming out of this weekend. Miss Eyla, I see you got a look on your face. What are you thinking over there?
I like peacocks. I see them all the time, like just driving around, especially in my grandmother's neighborhood, and they're so pretty. I fed one out of my hand one time on a school field trip.
What did you feed it?
Birdseed.
Okay, just asking.
Nuts.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, but
tension's so thick you can cut it with a knife. This is awesome.
I would rather, you know what you shouldn't cut with a knife? Peacocks. I just
wow.
There's certain they're not a protected bird.
Right.
But
so here's my question, and Ben, you and I kind of talked about this a little bit. Once again, you're listening to the Breakdown at Noon with BS, Eyla, and Ben Tilley. My question is there a certain cute factor that goes in when we look at animals compared to food? Because we'll eat a chicken, we'll go to KFC, get a 13-piece and chow down on it, But when you mention a peacock, which is a bigger chicken, all of a sudden you're arrested for it.
Not a bigger chicken.
Eyla, you take the lead on this one because I can't even. My brain doesn't work this way.
He kept them as pets.
People keep potbelly pigs for pets. They still turn it into bacon in the end.
People also keep horses as pets, and it is illegal to kill a horse for the meat of the horse to, commercially give out and feed people.
Until the zombie apocalypse happens, and then the horse is your only...
It's a kind of a lawless land. However, if the horse dies of natural causes, you are then, I guess, legally allowed to. However, it's just...
But the horse is already dead.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's the zombie apocalypse, you're not
we're talking about this... Okay, okay.
No, but,
So
I just think that it's strange.
And this is definitely one of those kind of, I don't want to say polarizing, but I can see where it's contentious. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are following on Instagram at the breakdown underscore HCC, feel free, shoot us a message there, shoot us a text, let us know your opinion on this, because moving forward, this is kind of, I like these thought-provoking and just critical thinking. I love it. Now, I'm going to toss it over to Miss Eyla to let us know what our next song is as we get ready for her segment coming up with movies.
Oh, get ready.
Next song is She Blinded Me with Science by Thomas Dolby.
Wow.
Get ready.
All right. Well, we will see you then. Looking forward to Eyla's segment there on that movie. We will be right back after this music break by Thomas Dolby.
You're listening to Breakdown at Noon, and that was She Blinded Me with Science by Thomas Dolby. Speaking of science, the movie I have for you guys today is entitled Weird Science.
Weird Science.
I love that movie so much. It was one of my favorites growing up.
It is very 80s, to say the least.
Why you gotta say it like that?
No. It's just, it's a product of its time.
I like that. That's a good way to phrase that one. Nice.
And it's a good insight into, the society and culture and what was going on in those days. So, the plot of the movie. Well, it came out in 1985. Two geeky teens unleash chaos when they create their dream woman with a computer. All right, it's directed by John Hughes, who also directed Breakfast Club, another very popular 80s movie. It's starring Anthony Michael Hall and Ian Mitchell Smith. They're the two geeky teens. So, the movie. They're, nerds. They
Wow.
They're nerds. They're geeks. They're the stereotypical, they like computers and whatever. And they have a crush on these two girls who are dating these two jocks, normal bullies. And actually, one of the jocks is played by Robert Downey Jr. It's fun to see actors that are more popular now in older movies. He was really young in the movie. It's really cool to see.
My Mrs. BS likes to call him, hey, look, it's baby Robert Downey Jr. And he's all baby face.
Yep. Okay, so
awkward silence.
Sorry. I'm trying to focus. Okay, so
Focus.
The nerds Gary and Wyatt. Can I say nerd names respectfully? But Wyatt's parents are out of town for the weekend. Gary's sleeping over. They're hanging out, and they're watching the 1931 movie of Frankenstein. When all of a sudden, Gary gets inspired, and they create this woman. They cut up magazine parts and feed it into this weird printer, and they hook up a little doll with wires and clamps. And then, very casually, they need a big power source. So they hack into a government computer system for more power.
Can't everybody do that?
I guess so.
I suppose so.
I feel just with no sort of extra power, just a regular home computer that he got for his birthday, because of course nerds like computers. Yeah, and so all of the house is all the windows are shattering. There's wind. It's blue. They cut to outside and it's red clouds with lightning, and then this woman appears, and they name her Lisa because that was the name of a different girl that Gary liked.
At least it wasn't Siri or Alexa or anything
or
like
Karen.
that. Or Karen.
Mm-hmm. So, of course, she's cool. It's their dream woman. Okay. And she kind of has special powers. So they go to a bar. She gets them fake IDs. Their clothes change. They're cool. But then Wyatt's brother, Chet.
It's such a jock name.
Wow.
Chet and Chad.
Yep. He comes home, finds out they've been out late, so he's like, give me all your money. Classic, bully, whatever. The next day, they go to the mall, and guess who's there? The bullies, and they bully them in front of the cute girls. And you know what? Whatever. But then, the two bullies see Lisa, and they jaw drop. They're following her around. They follow her out of the mall. They're outside, and they're like, hey, do you want to hang out? And she's like, Also, she's British. Lisa is played by Kelly LeBrock, who has an accent, which I was not prepared for. I did not know that, and I was like, an accent. For the longest time, off topic, for the longest time, I thought that Thor, Chris Hemsworth accent, I didn't realize that he had an accent. I thought that was oh yeah, he's an alien from Asgard. That's just what he talks like. I did not know that it was
So this is just for my own clarification. You were operating under the premise that the Australian guy would not have an Australian accent, but he was actually Norwegian?
I did not realize that his accent was Australian. I thought that he just talked like that.
You just thought he walked around talking like Thor?
Yeah.
This is a good coffee. Another!
Yeah, I didn't Yeah, I was young. I was under the age of 10. Ben, don't look at me like that.
Carry on.
Anyways, so Wyatt doesn't really want to throw a party. As much as the two guys have talked about it, they're afraid. They're nervous about, having all these people at their house. And it's not, Lisa plans the whole thing. She gets the house ready using her magic powers, whatever. There are hundreds of people at his doorstep. Like, hundreds. The door opens and people, it's like a concert. There's that many people. It's crazy.
Concerts have hundreds of people?
Have you guys never thrown a house party where you had hundreds of people show up and drink all your booze?
Absolutely not.
Well, no. Number one, because we're under 21.
Exactly.
Because we can't drink booze yet.
I'm pretty sure that in the 80s they made movies about underage drinking. That's what this scene is.
Yeah, and I think
really?
that's so strange because none of my friends, I've never heard we're going to have a house party.
No, I never had either.
Yeah, that's not really a thing nowadays, I would say.
Off
At least
topic.
not.
Off topic, but on topic. I've only thrown one high school party in my life.
Was that back when Transformers got made?
No, this was before Transformers got made. I'm going to take you to the way back before time of the late 20th century and the late 1900s. We were still running on Transformers animated at that time.
Oh, okay.
Now, so my parents, Mama and Papa BS, shout out to you guys. Love you guys. I'm going to share this story because you guys already know. So when I was young and in high school, my parents decided they were going to go on a little weekend trip and they're going to look at property up in South Carolina. Well, I'm a senior in high school at that time. My younger brother was a sophomore, and we decided we're going to throw ourselves a house party. Oh, man, we must have had, probably average, I'd say 10. Had about 10 of our friends over and everything. And then all of a sudden, we didn't know it, but Mama BS had sent a recon scout to drive by the house to see what was going on while she was out of town. So all of a sudden, Mama and Papa BS get a phone call while they're in South Carolina, letting you know your kid's having a party at the house. There's cars everywhere, and pretty sure they're drinking. All of a sudden, my phone goes off, and it's Papa BS with we're turning around now. You have 14 hours. My house better be perfect. Ooh. Man, you ever had those text messages that when you read it, you can hear just the seething anger that's coming through?
Oh, yeah.
No, because I don't get in trouble.
Speaking of not getting in trouble, how did that close out with that house party on the movie?
They're hiding in the closet. They're hiding in the bedroom, the bathroom. They don't want to party. So Lisa decides, I need to give them a little challenge. She sends a mutant biker gang to infiltrate the house. And they grab the two girls, and then all of a sudden oh no. And so Gary and Wyatt, they're like, you know what? This is my house. This is my party, and you weren't invited. Let go of the girls or else. And all of a sudden the mutant bikers are like, sorry, man.
Was that before or after the nuke showed up in the house because someone found the printer and all of a sudden there's a full-fledged missile breaking through the ceiling?
I think it was after, because Gary and Wyatt are talking to the two bullies. They come to some understanding. They're like, how about we give you our girlfriends in exchange for Lisa? Weird trade.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so they try to show them. So they try to make another girl, but they didn't hook up the doll. The two wires were over a magazine that had the missile. So a huge missile just shoots up through the entire house. And, the kitchen turned blue or something. The grandparents showed up, and, Lisa took care of that. So they're just like statues in the kitchen pantry or whatever.
Well.
And then Chet gets home.
Oh, no.
Yup.
Oh, no.
Chet gets home. And, Chet is the bully. And so Lisa decides she's going to take care of it. She turns Chet into what I can only describe as a gross blob. But then, the boys take the girls home. They fall in love. Happily ever after. Yay. And Chet goes back to normal, and the parents don't suspect a thing. The nuke goes back down wherever it came from. The kitchen turns back to whatever color it was before. And eventually Chet is back to being a human.
I love 80s movies, man.
Okay, so this is becoming a weekly thing now. Eyla, rate
Yes.
that movie 1 to 10.
Ooh,
Oh.
here we go. Isla's ratings. We're getting 2 new
I don't know
segments.
I don't know if I did 1 to 5 last week, but we're gonna do 1 to 10 now.
On 10. Oh, I would give it like a solid 6.
I thought you said 10.
No,
okay.
no.
Okay, so 6.
I'll give it a 6 because it's a good movie. I was certainly entertained, but there's just some things where I'm like, huh, I don't think that would fly nowadays.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like I now I have not been to the movie theater in quite some
We
time.
know.
But I did when I do watch these movies, I do think to myself like, hey, that's not like sometimes they're old movies. Like I like to watch Ghostbusters still. That's one of my favorite movies. So I still go back there and I'm like, that really because it was it was the subject was in New York and I was like, that's. New York doesn't. Number one, New York doesn't look like that anymore, and number two, it's just some of those things that they did in that movie just wouldn't fly nowadays.
Yeah.
But still, great movie.
Great. I love Ghostbusters.
Back when Brandon was.
Oh my gosh.
You'd make your joke. I went on the original Ghostbusters ride at Universal Studios.
Did you really?
Yes,
Ooh.
I was able to be, and then when they updated it for the second one as well. So if you have any great movie recommendations that you'd like to hear covered, feel free to hit us up on the Instagram at breakdown _ HCC, and we will go ahead and do that. And now let's get ready for the next music break, which is going to be
It's gonna be Fins by Jimmy Buffett because we'll tie into this when we come back. The Dolphins winning their first game of the year and also a very unfortunate injury. We'll be right back after this music break.
Welcome back. You are listening to The Breakdown at Noon, coming to you live from Hillsborough College Hawk Radio from the Bill Brown recruiting studio. That was Jimmy Buffett with the song Fins. All right, now that we got that over and I'm done with my little sounding all professional, when we take a look at it, man, how about them Fins coming in on Monday Night Football?
I tell you what, we have seen a lot from both of these teams that were playing in that game. We've seen a lot from the Jets so far this year, and we've seen a lot from Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins. But I tell you what, the Dolphins came out and they put on a pretty good performance. They beat the Jets 27-21, getting their first win of the season and they now are at 1-3. The Jets fall to 0-4, where they pretty much have been the last 4 or 5 years. It's unfortunate. I wish they hadn't gotten rid of Robert Saleh, but, at some point, and actually, Dad and I were talking about this because it happens almost anywhere there's a professional team. If you are a manager, a head coach, the organizer, something along those lines that you have authority, right? Mm-hmm. Of the daily operations of the team, meaning changing lineups, putting subbing players in, this, that, and the other, etc., right? You are either going to get fired or you're waiting for the day to get fired.
Wow.
There is almost never does a head coach, manager, or an organizer retire with the team they started. Almost never. Owners are different. They own the team. But manager, head coach, almost never do they stay with the team that they started with.
The only exception to that would be if you're winning.
Correct.
If you're bringing championships in,
correct,
you're going to stay.
Correct.
But I wouldn't talking about sports. I wouldn't be surprised if Clemson with their coach
Dabo
Swinney. I wouldn't be surprised if he's waking up every morning nowadays taking a look at that phone because they're now 0-5?
Yeah, and the thing is,
first time since 2016 or something.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not the amount of losses that they've had; it's the way they're losing their games.
Yes,
it's excruciating to watch them. I remember I talked a few shows ago, and this was obviously a few weeks ago, that I thought they were going to be a bust. Look where they are now, exactly where I thought they would be. But it's funny because we've had not only did we have the exciting Miami Dolphins game. We had an exciting Sunday night football game that kind of tied into what happened in college football. I know we've been deviating a little bit away from college football in the past week, but we had a little bit of let's see, what's the word?
Just call it a shootout.
Sure.
Because it really was. And I'm imagining that you're talking about the Florida State versus Virginia game.
Absolutely. That's the game.
And when you're talking about these strong teams, these strong conferences, this is why I love college football just a little bit more than professional football, because every week, especially in the rankings and in the conferences, it's a make or break for your season. FSU was going into that game, I believe they were number 8 in the nation when they went in against Virginia, go in and they are tied at the end of regulation, and they go into a 2 OT for a final score of 46-38.
Yep.
And it was one of those scenes where they hadn't even officially called the play dead. They saw the mark come up for the 2-point conversion. As soon as that was done, fans were on the field. It was one of the quickest reactions I've seen in a college football game to a victory like that.
Yeah, and that happens a lot too, right? The fans, rush the field, and after a win, that happens quite often. Mm-hmm. Now, isn't there a fine? Do they get? I'm not saying that. Doesn't the organization get fined?
I think the campus does.
The campus, okay.
Because I want to say, Florida State just got hit with one.
I know Mizzou has.
I think Florida State when they beat Bama, because they stormed the field after Bama, and
you're right.
I think I saw on a news report that the institution, Florida State University, got fined $50,000
I think
for
that's
that
the number.
rush.
I think that's the number. That's exactly right. Well, you know, I was actually watching. I didn't watch the FSU Virginia game. It's a good thing you did. I was actually at a early lunch, or I'm sorry, late lunch, early dinner for my grandparents' anniversary. Shout out Ben and Marie Cobb, married 63 years and counting.
Congratulations. Woo!
So it was funny. We were sitting at Tierra del Sol, which is one of the country clubs in the Villages, at the various golf courses there are there. And I was watching the Georgia Tech versus Wake Forest game. I didn't get to see the end of it because my delicious mushroom and Swiss hamburger arrived.
Delicious?
But, yeah, it was very delicious.
All right.
Very delicious.
He said, "Don't attack my food."
Yeah, don't attack. Yeah,
Don't attack it.
I that's the only thing I ate that entire day. So don't. Yeah, it was very good. I'm down 30 pounds, by the way.
Congratulations.
Thank you. They won 30-29 in an overtime winner. So that overtime rule again. We're gonna shift to NFL now. The Packers and the Cowboys. Brandon, you did who you got last week, and you picked Green Bay. You would have been wrong either way, because that game ended in a 40-40 overtime tie.
So I'm just going to say that BS ain't never wrong, because if they would have been following college football rules, we would have actually had a winner on that. And I still stand by, if they would have gone to a 2 OT, Green Bay still would have got them.
Well, you know, it's funny you bring that up, because those overtime rules in college are different than the overtime rules in the NFL. Now, new this year, per the NFL, both teams in overtime get a possession, an opportunity to possess the ball. Earlier in the back when the overtime rules first came out, it was sudden death right away. They changed it to whoever has the ball first. If they score a touchdown, the game is over. Done. Well, that is not a thing anymore either. They felt like it would be better if both teams had an opportunity to possess the ball and have a chance to win the game. That's exactly what happened in that Packers-Cowboys game, because the Cowboys got it first. They went down and kicked a field goal, and they took 6 minutes off the clock. There's a 10-minute overtime period. That's all they get. So then Green Bay gets the ball, and they go down and kick a game-tying field goal with like 1 second left. Ends in a 40-40 tie. Shifting here, we're going to go to around town. My Buccaneers lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, unfortunately. Brandon's over here celebrating because he knows that he picked the Eagles in who you got last week.
I did.
31-23. It's first loss of the season. Listen, if you're going to lose a game, lose it to the team who won the Super Bowl last year. That's they're totally fine. They're totally fine. And they started off really poorly, but they made it interesting there at the end. It's exactly what the NFL wants. A nice, good game, exciting game, right? Wasn't exciting at the beginning, got exciting at the end. They dropped to 3-1 for an overall record. They are still in first place in the NFC South at 3-1. Atlanta behind them at 2-2. Carolina 1-3, and the New Orleans Saints, they just not doing well. 0-4. My notes about that: Josh Grizzard, got to do better, buddy. You got to call better plays. Don't do those screens. Those running back screens, wide receiver screens. Get away from that. Got to get the ball down the field somehow, whether it's running game, passing game. Their running game is better than it was last year, I think, but their passing game is not good right now. They got to be better. Todd Bowles doing a fine job. He's one of the best defensive mindsets in the NFL. He's doing a fine job calling defensive plays, so nothing has to change there.
Right.
The Tampa Bay Rays are done. Finally, their season is over after what was a wild, crazy, chaotic year, not being at home, quote-unquote, Tropicana Field, being at Steinbrenner Field for the whole year, missed the playoffs for the second year in a row. They lost 4 in a row to end the year, finished 77-85 to finish out the 2025 regular season. I don't know what's going to change because they've got new owners. Stu Sternberg's leaving, so we're gonna have to wait and see. It's kind of a wait and see game.
Are they going to be going back to the Trop next year?
Yes. They per MLB via X, Tropicana Field should be ready by 2026.
If I'm correct in this, Tropicana is a dome.
Correct.
Has a retractable roof.
No.
So it's just a straight dome.
Straight dome.
that in itself would be a huge change to any baseball team. If you go from an enclosed dome and you're playing in an area like that, and all of a sudden you go down to George Steinbrenner down the road, which is an open air environment, and it's like a quarter the size of it, that would be understandable to see.
I feel like it's kind of unsafe to have a sport like baseball in an enclosed area.
You would think. You would think that's.
I mean, they hit it. A home run goes far.
Yeah.
I mean, what if it like hits the ceiling and hits someone's head?
That has happened.
Really?
That has happened.
Oh,
absolutely.
gosh.
In fact, my dad will remember this. Way back. This was maybe 15 years ago. They had a foul ball, hit one of the lights up in the big catwalks,
right,
and glass came shattering down. It was by the third base coach, which I think, if I remember correctly, was Tom Foley at the time. If Dad can correct me on that when I get home. Anyway, Tampa Bay Lightning getting preseason underway finally. To me, preseason scores don't matter, so it is what it is. You know, they're getting ready for the season, and they're set. They're ready to go. They'll be ready to go, and we're gonna do some more. When the season comes around, we're gonna do more research on that topic.
For sure.
Yep. So anyway, let's take a quick music break. We'll come back, but we're gonna just relax for a little bit. You know what's coming up. You always know what's coming up when I say let's relax for a little bit. The Doobie Brothers. We're going to play some Doobie Brothers here. This song is called Far From Home, and it's going to hit because the next segment that I am going to talk about is going to directly relate to this next song. We will be right back after this music break. That was the Doobie Brothers, Far From Home. And you are currently listening to The Breakdown on HC Hawk Radio, along with myself, Ben Tilley, Brandon, and Eyla. We want to thank you for joining us today. Brandon, how was that? Was that good?
Dude, that was like a smooth jazz radio station entrance.
Thank you.
I was about ready to rack out right there. That was so soothing.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, that's good. So, anyway, we're just about to wrap things up here. But first, I want to talk about, again, only one sports segment today. I just want to talk about a little personal experience that I had over last week. So I named this segment "Turn Back the Clock" just because it kind of hit with the song that I just played from the Doobie Brothers, "Far From Home." It's just saying that you're not far from home. You're right there with you, and you can always go back and visit whenever you want. And that's exactly what I did on Friday. So a lot of you know I was a graduate from Riverview High School just this past year, class of 2025. Same with my co-host Eyla over here. Mm-hmm. I founded the first ever sports show in the District of Hillsborough County Public Schools. I named it Shark Attack. I covered almost every sport imaginable, to be honest with you. And it wasn't just me. I had a crew that I know is listening right now to their shout-outs. Kenny Haystack, David Rodriguez, and Peyton Leonard. You guys were the best ever to do it with me. They just helped me out so much. And really, it was just, a fun experience that I was able to have and just gain knowledge. And, of course, got to thank my dad, who helped us with videography-wise. Couldn't have done it without him. So the story is, I actually went there last Tuesday after our radio show because I was like, you know what? I want to just drop by and tell everyone that we're going to the show. So I dropped by. Everyone knew who I was. They all recognized me. It was such a cool experience because they were all so happy to see me. Went and visited everybody, across the front office, the admin team. Just such an amazing journey there. And then Friday night, Kenny Haystack and I went back to the football game where, gosh, they were so close to winning. They were 21-7 up with like 10 minutes left, and then just a bunch of stuff happened, and they ended up losing by 1 point.
Gotta hate when that happens. My only follow-up to that is, with everybody who recognized it, were you able to go to Winn-Dixie or 7-Eleven without anybody following you around?
Moving on. Anyway,
all love, Ben. It's all love.
I know.
Okay.
Just briefly, I just want to touch base on the experience that I had at Riverview High School. The TV production program there was the best in the district. My best friends, Taylor and Bethany, were just helping me there, keeping me under control, that were in TV production class with me. Eyla, you were in it as well.
It was a really fun class.
It was amazing.
I like, the opportunity of being creative and learning how to be collaborative with my classmates. I'm not sure if that's a word.
Well, yeah, it is collaborative.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And of course, cannot run a television production show without the master at the table there, William Overstreet. Mr. Mm-hmm. Overstreet, we love you, we miss you, and you just run a great program over there. I think it's the best in the district. Just again, personal experience. I'm very sorry that I had to blabber on that for a while, but again, I loved it. But anyway,
it's good to have those experiences. It's good to be able to stroll back down memory lane, as everybody likes to say.
Yeah. And so with that, Eyla, what do we got for community engagement this week?
Guys, tomorrow is October 1st, which means it's basically Halloween. Halloween is upon us. I'm so excited. So
obviously you didn't listen to my show last Thursday.
Oh, I'm so sorry. What did I miss?
I do not like fall.
What?
I do not.
We don't even get fall in Florida.
Why?
It's just a prolonged summer.
And one, I've never been much a fan of spooky stuff. And two, I don't like seeing bats and ghosts hanging in Walmart in August. So I figure, let me have my board shorts and my tank top at least for the full month before you start cramming pumpkin spice up my nose.
Okay, whatever. I mean, I don't.
You're wrong, BS.
No,
deal with it. You're wrong. Fall is great.
Fall is my favorite season, and we don't really get it here. I don't like the taste of pumpkin or pumpkin pie. Pumpkin seeds, though, are great. And I don't really like horror or thriller stuff, but I just love Halloween. But anyways, at the Florida State Fairgrounds from October 3rd to the 5th is Scaradise. It's Florida's horror convention. There's celebrity guests and panels and haunted attractions and vendors and live entertainment. And I really want to go because there's so many like known actors and wrestlers there as well. You got Christopher Lloyd, famous for, I would say, Back to the Future, Christina Ricci, the 90s, Wednesday Addams. You got John Cusack, Jerry Trainer from iCarly, Eric King, and like half of the cast of Daredevil. Okay, Deborah Ann Wall's there, Wilson Bethel's there, Vincent D'Onofrio's gonna be there, which I saw him in person one time. It was really cool. And
if you're going to be going to that event, keep an eye out. There may be some representatives from Hillsborough College, and the TV program may be filming down there and taking a look at it, because not only is this a radio broadcast, we are also doing TV broadcasts and promotional packages. So keep an eye out down there at the Spookacon, and you may see either myself, BS, or anybody from Hillsborough College going down there and checking it out.
All right, that was How We Doing, the breakdown at noon, where we cover entertainment, movies, sports, and local news with a side of chaos. Tune in next week where we'll have a special guest here in the studio. See you guys next week.
Special guest? Oh, yeah. Oh, man, guys. Thank you so much for listening to our show. Again, we wish we could stay with you forever, but unfortunately we can't. As Live Golf's Christian Crosby would say, along with myself and
BS,
Eyla,
we will see you next week, and give it with a peace.